Hello and welcome to the first of a series of videos on how to use the True-Load application. Today we're going to be concentrating on using the True-QSE app. The True-QSE app will reconstruct, will create results and full field results using user-defined functions attached to results from an FEA model. So let's get right into it then. So we're going to start off by browsing to the folder where you've got your FEA models. In this example, I've got ANSYS results, but it could be Abacus or Nastran, whichever results you want to work with. So I'm in this folder with some ANSYS results, and then I'm going to go up to the browser to the address bar in the file manager and type in True-Load app, and this will launch the True-Load application. And let's just go full screen. And the first thing we're going to need to do is create some functions. And this is a little backwards, and I'll fix this with some UI in later releases. But right now, this is the functionality we have to do to get started. So we just need to make some functions that we can use in QSE, and we're going to use that we're going to do that with the TFU manager. On the top left of the interface here are the main applications: True-QSE, pretest, post-test, TFU manager, and gauge dimensioning. And then we've got other tools here for displaying models and orienting the views and other things, but we're going to concentrate up here, and today we're going to start with TFU manager. So let's just click on that, and we'll launch the TFU manager. Now let's just name this, and all we're going to do is type a name, and I'm going to type a name of try1, and then on the bottom, on the import section here, I'm going to use the add functions utility, which will create a function. We'll open up a function toolbox, and we're going to start off with the sign sweep, and I'm just going to name that as sign-01, and we'll just keep the defaults here and say preview. We like that. I'm going to save that one, and now I'm going to create another one. I'm going to call that sign-02. And this time I'm going to have the end frequency be, let's say, 30 Hertz, and the amplitude being 0.5. And let's say the starting amplitude of 2. Okay, and let's preview that. All right, so that's what the second one is, and save that. And you see they're being listed here. And then let's make it random. I'm going to say random. I'm going to call it rand01, and let's start that off at 0.5. Have that go down to 0.25, and let's preview that. That's what that looks like, and I'll just say save, and now we've got a random function. So there's our three functions, and now let's just save these, and we can plot them all if we'd like, and they're all plotted together, and those are our functions. Okay, now we're going to use these then to linearly superimpose FEA results. So let's close up our little function, our little plots there, and let's close up TFU manager for right now, and then we can go in and launch True-QSE. And we have to be very careful here, and this is the UI issue I was talking about. We need to name this the same name as our TFU file, so I'm going to call this try1 because our TFU file was called try1.tfu. And then let's browse for the FEA model we want to work with. And right now the file filter is set for Abacus ODB, but we're just going to switch that over to ANSYS results files here. And now we see all of our RST files, and I'm going to grab my headlamp gloads RST file, and then I'm going to load that in. Okay, so the load button here will open up that file, and you can see that we've got the FEA model loaded. And just to prove that it's actually a real FEA model, we can come over here and say, let's show the displacements, all displacements for load step 1, load case 2, and load case 3. So there's our displacements. And just to prove that there's also strains on there, we'll grab some strains here, and we'll get find first principle strains here. First principle strains on the top, and there they are. There's load 3, 2, and 1. So they're all there. Now now I'm just going to go in and turn to no selection. And then let's go in and verify that we've got our functions here. So I can come down here into my function tools and show I've got my 3 functions that we just had from before, so that those are good. And I just need to refresh this form so it can show the functions in there. So the way we're going to do that is just say refresh functions, and then we can see we get the drop down of our functions. So now I'm going to take load case number 1, attach it to sign 1, and add that to the table. Alright? And now we're going to get load case number 2, and attach that to sign 2, and add that to the table. And now we're going to grab load case number 3, attach it to random 1, and add that to the table. Now you can see our 3 load cases and our 3 functions. And notice that there's also one other goofy thing going on here. I've got an extra row in this event here. I just need to delete this empty row. So I'm just going to click in that row and click the delete row button, and now that's gone. Let's save our event, and now we can plot it up. And then you can see here that we have got each of our load cases attached to each of our functions here. Alright, so this is what we're going to be simulating with True-QSE. So now we can go in now and probe, let's say, the nodes. So if we click on the nodal functions, I can click on that, and I can select some nodes. And so node selection is very simple. You just click, and if you press the shift key while you click, you add to your selection. If you press the control key, you can deselect those nodes, okay? And you can click and drag to also do multiple selects. So, and control click and drag will do some deselects here. So I'm just grabbing these 4 nodes. And when I'm done selecting my nodes, I'm going to say complete. It says you've got 4 nodes selected. If you want to see which ones they are, you can hit the little flashlight. It'll show them to you, okay? So it's kind of that simple. And then let's just plot up. Let's go plot, let's say, the Y displacement results. If I just say apply, we're going to see some plots happening here. And I'm going to close up my event plot and just look at my results. So here's our global Y results for our 4 nodes. Alright, I could take a look at the Z results. If I want to take a look at what the Z looks like, I can say apply to that. Alright, or let's take a look at the X. Take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so there's the results we're seeing. Now notice that all this is being written out to a TFU file. So something we can do is come to our TFU manager here and open up this -QSE TFU file and load that in, and you can see there's all the results we've been looking at, and I can plot them all up to see what that looks like. Okay, so we've got all these great ways of plotting and managing data and get at anything we want. Okay, so now that we've got all that and we've been doing nodal functions, I'll show you also we can do elemental functions too. So I'm just going to click on elemental functions here, and we can, let's generate a results along a vector. So I'm going to say, you know what, I want to create a vector that starts from here and goes to here, so along that vector there, and say, you know what, I want to get results at these couple of elements. So I just pick these 4 elements and I say complete, and there they are, and I can highlight and unhighlight my elements, and then I can say, you know what, give me the strain along that vector on those 4 elements, and just say apply, and there we have it. Okay, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And so I'm going to show you one last functionality in QSE right now, and that's FE-safe export. So if we wanted to run an FE-safe run based on this event, this is basically a scale and combine event in FE-safe. I can just hit this button here and really simply just say apply, or OK, and then we'll get a macro, a loading definition file, and an ASC file. We just have to go into FE Safe and run this macro, and we can do the fatigue analysis on this model based on this event. Okay, it's that simple. So thank you for taking a look at this. We'll come back to more QSE later, but this is the introduction to True-QSE, and hope you enjoyed it. Try playing around. Let me know if there's any bugs or anything you come across, because we're trying to work on all the kinks as we're working with all the different databases as we get things going. Thank you very much.